Hello and welcome back to G-senjou no Maou. This is quite stunning. Even though it is so sad, so cruel, and so weird currently. I I I still don't know what to actually think. I mean, that's why I abruptly ended the last episode on this note. And ugh. But I like how this plot thickens now really thickly. What? Absolute silence reigns after her departure. My ears ring and my headache threatens to break my will. And right at this very moment, I can feel Maou awakening inside me. Now, what a refreshing morning. Exactly 1 week has passed since Tokita's hostage case. At the moment I'm wondering what I should do now. I hear something at the door. The door opens. Several fat shot in expensive leather send sharp noises through the room. Why hello there, Oribe-san. I casually greet the few Yakuza who've clearly come for my blood.
坊ちゃん、朝早くにすみませんね。
Hey, son. Sorry to bother you so early. No, that's the wrong voice. Oh no, don't worry about it. What business do you have with me? A cruel smile surfaced on Oribe's face.
親父があなたの首をご所望です。
The boss wants your heads. Oh, he told you to kill me?
聞けば、坊ちゃんこそが魔王だったそうじゃないですか。
He said you were Maou all along. Do you agree with him?
おやおや、しらばっくれてもダメですよ。あのアイスアリーナの一件でほとんど黒だったんですから。
No, don't play dumb. The debacle at the arena practically proved it. What do you mean?
坊ちゃんにはいくら電話しても繋がらなかったじゃないですか。
No matter how many times we called you, you never picked up. Oh, that? You know how crowded it was. There was nothing I could do. I was desperately trying to contact you too.
またやめてくださいよ。つい昨日のことですがね、山王物産の染谷っていうお偉方に親父が直に会いに行きましてね。
Oh, please, cut it already. Yesterday a man named Someya from Sano came to meet the boss. He spoke gleefully.
つい先日まで浅井という名の相談役を飼っていたそうなんです。若くて頭が切れてまるで坊ちゃんにそっくりだったそうですよ。
He said he had an advisor named Azai until just a few days ago. Said the kid was young and clever, almost like you, son. I grinned. Ah, Someya's son? Huh? The corners of Oribe's mouth twisted as well, as if responding to me.
認めるんですね。
So you admit it then? No, I don't remember. Next moment I was staring down a gun barrel.
まるで顔つきが変わりましたね、坊ちゃん。それがあんたの本性ってわけですかい？
I barely recognize your new face, son. Is this your true self? He pressed me for an answer. He intends to kill me on the spot.
詫びの一言でもあれば手前が受けたまわっておきますよ。
How is he getting out of this situation? Got any last words? An apology, maybe? Apology?
坊ちゃんはお父さんに拾われてここまで慣れたんじゃないですか。
You came all this way thanks to your good old dad picking you up out of that shite hole, did you not? He's completely right. Thanks to Gonzo adopting me, my life has been hell.
さあ、何もありませんか？
Nothing to say for yourself? How do I get out of this one? There are 3 other burly men here to back Horiba up. They've got the only door blocked off. Jumping out the window wouldn't be such a good idea. This is the 16th floor. And you can't just jump out of a window nowadays, just like that, because the windows are multi-layered and you wouldn't be able to bring enough force to actually break a window. This is a Hollywood myth. You couldn't even break a window in with a chair. No, at least not a more or less modern one. Which leaves...
何ですか、坊ちゃん。
What is it, son? Nothing.
まさかアクション映画の主人公みたいにうちらに逆襲できるとでも思ってるんですか？
You don't think you can take us on like some kind of action hero, do ya? Of course not. Only a fool would use violence against professional employers of violence. Still, these are nothing more than Gonzo's dogs. Livestock. Slaves to money. I stare down Oribe as he points his gun at me. Did he come here dead set on killing me? Or is there some room for negotiation? Does he really intend on pulling the trigger? Or is it just a threat? Alright. Well, Olibe-san, let me ask you just one thing. Olibe narrows his eyes. Did father just order you to kill me?
ただ
Just? While keeping my eyes on the barrel of the gun, I point to my safe. Contained within is the money I was saving to pay off my father's debt and provide for my mother's future. The small fortune is worth no more to me now than any old scraps of paper.
そうですね。中身の現生も回収させてもらいますよ。
Yeah, we'll be taking the cash too. As I expected, the slave to money took the bait. Oh, you will? That's rather troubling. There's over 50 million in there, you see.
じゃあそれを開けてもらいましょうか。
Alrighty then. Why don't you go open it up for us? Oribe waved the gun in the direction of the safe, as if he were sure of his victory. Very well. I walked to the safe, slowly dialed the combination, and opened the door. They must have been dazzled by the glow of the gold inside.
いやいや、坊ちゃんはなかなか交渉上手ですね。
You are sure good at negotiating, ain't you, son? Thank you. I turned around to face Oribe and his joyous smile. The man looked like a child about to torture a bug.
で、そいつでこの場を見逃してもらおうっていう腹でしょ。
So, you want to trade this for your life? Indeed. How about it?
ダメですわ。
Not happening. Oribe's face closed in on me, his anger so intense that it made his blood vessels protrude from his head.
本当に憎たらしい小僧だな、おい。往生際が悪いんだよ、このガキ。
You're really a cheeky kid, ain't you? You don't know when to give up. Looking at him up close emphasizes how frightening the man really is. Did I really once command this bunch? I decided to speak up and end this charade. I see. I wholeheartedly apologize for my rudeness. However, this is my win.
なんだと
What? You made me open the safe at gunpoint. Do you understand what this means?
は
If you had just shot and killed me earlier, I'd have been simple murder. But killing me after making me open my safe is murder with intent to rob, whether you take the money or not. Oribe's clean-shaven eyebrows jumped up. Understood? You know what happens to people in your situation. A life sentence. Or, if you are unlucky, the death penalty. Oribe's glance slowly dropped to the ground. You are a genuine Yakuza, right, Oribe's son? Being put in jail for murder for your boss' sake is no big deal. But if you dishonor yourself with the title of a thief, even if you get out of jail, there will be no place in the Sova Alliance for you. Now think hard. Will you throw your life away for a kid like me? A calculating man like Oribe should know what to do. Wait, can't he just close the safe and just put the dials back in position? He could just close the safe, couldn't he? And then he would be home free. Isn't that it? I mean, he could just close the safe again and he would be fine, wouldn't he?
こりゃ一本取られましたね
You've really got me there, eh? It'd have been a different situation if this were deep in the mountains, in the middle of nowhere, and someone other than Oribe was pointing a gun at me. How about this? By the time you got here, I was already gone. Oribe clicked his tongue and put on his usual Yakuza smile.
わかりました
I gotcha. I'm in your debt.
で坊ちゃん
Well, son. The last thing he said was exactly what I'd expect of Oribe.
この5000のうちいかほど包んでもらえるんですかね
How much of this 50 million can we take? This will be the last time we meet. I received a call as I was out walking. Yo, Tsubaki, what's up?
なんか久しぶりだね。元気かな？
It's been a while. Are you doing okay? Yeah, I feel great.
学園来ないのかな？
Planning on coming back to school anytime soon? School, huh? Now that's nostalgic.
はるちゃんもみずはちゃんもゆきさんも来てなくて。
Haru-chan, Mizuha-chan, and Yuki-san haven't been coming either. Oh, maybe it's the cold weather getting to everybody.
何かあったの？
Did something happen? Who knows? I don't, anyway. I've been busy with work. Or should I say, play?
まあ元気ならいいや。そのうち学園にも来てね。
Well, as long as you're doing okay. Come to school sometimes, though, okay? I suppose that means the call is drawing to a close. Wait, Tsubaki.
どうしたの？
What is it? How's your family doing? Are you getting along all right?
何の変わりもないよ。
Yeah, same as ever. I'm so sorry about that thing last year.
何が？浅井くんはよくしてくれたじゃない。
Why should you be sorry? You helped us so much, didn't you? Never mind. I don't worry about it. Later. Don't worry about it, I mean. Tsubaki cheerfully said bye-bye before hanging up. One big happy family, huh? Having a family is enough happiness on its own. There's no need to complicate that. You can always make more money. Now, what to do? Oh, right, I should probably deal with Adai Gonzo. He should have just died from that car bomb. Alright, let's go kill him. Wow, things explode now. But before that, there's still one thing that's bothering me. That memory. Who is the dude in the background? It's the only thing holding me back. Yusami said she met me 10 years ago. Was that memory? Was it on the rooftop of the Sanou Corporation headquarters? What happened to his brother? What happened to Kyosuke's brother? Did I really met Yusami as a kid? I need to find out. Revenge can wait for now. I head for the Sanou Corporation building. The night wears on, and now it's time to act. I finish my preparations and leave Sanou's headquarters. Asai Kyosuke, no, Samejima Kyosuke, and Yusami Haru met as children. They socialized in their own clumsy way and formed a friendship completely ignorant of what was transpiring between their parents. What a hilarious story. An old friend holding an unrequited love for an outrageous amount of time. And then, a 10-year reunion. Your love could never have been answered, Yusami. For you to seek normal happiness like that is impertinent. Now father doesn't have much time left. There's one man I must kill before executing my final plan. I take my cell phone in hand to call him. I throw my personal feelings to the wind as I listen to the ringing of the line. Be thankful I let you live for so long. The call connects and I speak up. It's been a while. Do you think that kind of greeting is suitable for this situation? Who is he calling? Yusami Haru, alone, rushed to Adai Gonzo's mansion. After being rejected by the man she loved, she held no more hope. She decided to take the opportunity to drown herself in her chase for Maou, her mother's killer. Adai Gonzo stared at his sudden visitor.
死人の匂いが強くなったな、宇佐美春。
The necrotic scent on you is stronger, Yusami Haru. Haru was prepared to be killed by Gonzo for allowing Yuki, a comrade of Maou, to escape.
ユキから聞き出した魔王の情報は全てお話しします。ですから、ユキに手を出さないでいただけませんか？
I'll tell you everything I got out of Yuki about Maou. So, would you mind leaving Yuki alone? She knew there was no way to live in this city with Adai Gonzo as an enemy. Take one step outside the safe zone Yuki and Mizuha had holed themselves up in, and Gonzo's men would be waiting. As if they knew their prey would give in eventually, the Yakuza continued their surveillance of the Tokita household.
ユキが許されるのであれば、私はどうされても構いません。
I don't care what you do to me, but let Yuki go! She spoke without reverence, and stared challengingly into Gonzo's eyes. Flattery wouldn't work on this beast of a man anyway. Defending herself in even the slightest would prevent him from taking her seriously. She was prepared to bare her vitals, her stomach, her jugular, any number of vulnerable spots to show she wasn't afraid of the beast.
時田の娘についてはひとまず置く。
I'll leave the Tokita girl alone for now. Gonsu's interests seemed to be somewhere else.
魔王の情報などもはや必要ない。
I don't need information on Maou anymore.
と言いますと
Meaning?
お前も知っての通り、京介こそが魔王だ。
Don't play dumb. Kyosuke is Maou. Haru doubted her ears.
京介は精神科医にかかっている。話を聞いたところ、奴はどうやら心因性健忘症という病にかかっているようだ。
Kyosuke has been seeing a psychiatrist. From what I hear, he has something called psychogenic amnesia.
それはどういう
What is that?
脳の組織に異常が生じ、突然過去の記憶がなくなったり、部分的に空白になる非常に珍しい疾患だ。
An extremely rare condition in which irregularities of the brain cause him to sporadically forget events or blank part of his memory.
そんなそれは何が原因で
No way! What caused that?
ストレスの積み重ねだ。そしてストレスがあっても外に出せず、感情を押し殺すようなタイプに起こりうるという。
Stress. It's more common in people who kill their emotions than in those who vent their feelings regularly. A lump rose in Haru's throat. She could tell Kyosuke had a brutal past. She could also tell that he didn't have a single friend who understood the man behind the cheerful mask he wore at school.
浅井さんは京介君は魔王じゃありません
Adai-san, Kyosuke-kun isn't Maou. She muttered as if speaking to herself. Haru may outwardly say she suspects Kyosuke, but inside she trusts him to an almost idiotic extent. However, she didn't have any proof to present to Gonzo. She had no way of convincing him that Kyosuke was not the one who had taken the Miwa family's ransom and blown up his car.
お前は過去において京介と接点があった。
You and Kyosuke knew each other a long time ago.
よくご存知で
You are well informed. The beast's eyes shot open.
ついていたか。
Did you love him?
はい
Yes.
京介は
Was the feeling mutual?
あの時は
It was at the time.
そうか。
I see. Haru suddenly felt that the intimidation oozing from Gonzo's every pore had stopped flowing altogether.
そうか。
I see. Gonzo repeated. Haru, helpless, could do nothing but wait for Gonzo's inevitable judgment of Kyosuke.
いけれども、いけれども、道は氷河なり。
As long as we live and breathe, our way is paved with ice.
人のせいに四季はなく、ただ冬の荒野があるのみ。流れ出た血と涙は 拭わずともいずれ凍りつく。
A person's life is not compromised of 4 repeating seasons, but a year-long winter wilderness. Whether or not you stop to wipe your blood or tears, they will inevitably freeze over. Haru couldn't tell if he was speaking about Kyosuke or himself. I don't get what he mean altogether. Could someone explain? A voice called from the next room. Gonzo answered, and a man in black suit appeared, carrying a cordless phone. He left again without saying a word. Gonzo took the phone, then kept silent for a bit. Haru had no idea who the caller was or what the call was about.
京介よ。
Kyosuke. Gonzo finally spoke up in a threatening voice.
のこのこと現れれば死ぬぞ。
If you show up unprepared, you're going to die. It seemed to be the end of the conversation. Immediately after that, Gonzo stood up. Oh, that's what he called? Is that who he called? He seemed to almost forget about Haru's existence. Excuse me? Gonzo hid a gun in his pocket, then walked outside with a haughty gait. The beast was going hunting. There was nothing Haru could do to stop him. What the fuck's happening? Oh, a scope. Looks like the fish bit at my bait. 2 Mercedes-Benzes rushed along the dark harbor. Muscle jumped out of the cars when they stopped. Gonzo has 6 guards with him. He must be underestimating me. Most likely they are not carrying anything bigger than pea shooters. Furthermore, I wonder how many of these 6 have actually killed someone. They may be Yakuza, but there aren't many Yakuza who spend days out in secluded mountains practicing with loaded firearms and live ammunition. The only problem is, our man Adai Gonzo is refusing to come out of his vehicle. One with heavy tinting, I might add. Thus, I can't paint Gonzo's vitals with my scope's crosshair. Still, there ought to be plenty of chances. These men who are used to living in a peaceful country like Japan would never dream that they are being targeted by a rifle on a one-down building 200 yards away. My sniping isn't something to brag about, but I have an excellent scope helping me. An expert engineer adjusted the focus for me, so even if my aim is a little shaky, I shouldn't miss my target. I grip the rifle, and the smell of oil from the gun reaches my nose. I monitor the situation through my scope. I was right to have chosen the wharf as my hunting grounds. It's a wide expanse with practically no cover. A large van reminiscent of a bodyguard turns to talk to the backseat of one of the cars. "Boss, we can't find him." A throaty voice echoes through the silent night. Adai Gonzo is definitely here. He's being careful, having his subordinates search the area. Now, how to smoke him out of the car? I stick a wad covered with a soft cloth into the barrel of the gun. I finish up the cleaning, then put 5 rounds of ammunition into the chamber. The bullets are tipped with ceramic, designed to pierce through most bulletproof vests. I take out the hand towel I had stashed in the instrument case. I transported the rifle in. I intend to use it to quickly gather up the shells after the fact. I wrap the weapon sling around my left arm, then fix my elbow firmly to the ground. Making sure to support the gun with my bones and not strength, I put my cheek and right hand up on the stock. My preparations are about finished. The ocean is quiet and there isn't much wind. I took into consideration the humidity and air currents between buildings also, but I couldn't find anything that might upset any shots I fire. All that's left to do is find Gonzo and aim at him. I took aim at the Mercedes-Benz Gonzo would be coming out of. I then heard the sound of a car engine and checked the situation through the lens again. A taxi had pulled up. It stopped by the side of Gonzo's vehicle for a moment, then quickly drove away. I snicker when I see who had stepped out. I adjusted my sights to take into account the crosswind. Taking into mind the effect of gravity, I moved the crosshair slightly upwards. Now come out, Gonzo. I bet Yusami is there. I'll take you down in one blow. For some reason I can't keep my cool. It's not excitement for the conclusion of my hunt. And it's certainly not pity for the beast who ruined my mother. Then, as if sensing the disturbance in my heart, Asai Gonzo jumped out of the car at the exact right moment. With the agile movements of a wild animal, he ran with his body low to the ground. He roared. Of all places, he was looking straight at me, as if he knew he was being targeted by a rifle. As if he predicted I'd use this position to snipe him. Why? He has no bulletproof vest, you have him right at your side. Why are you not shooting? That's the mistake every villain ever did. Waiting too long to take the shot. It's conceivable that he'd be cautious of a sniper. That's why he didn't come out of the car. But why? Before I could think, a will to put down the beast took over me. Asai Gonzo's huge body was dead center in my sights. He arrogantly looked up at me. Now, do it! The beast came to be killed. I aimed the crosshair at his chest. I steady my breathing. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. I keep my eyes pried open. My eyelids are frozen in place. I take aim, put my finger to the trigger, and squeeze ever so slightly. The rifle fires. The sound of the gunshot echoes throughout the docks, and Gonzo's huge body shakes. The bullet went in just below the lung. I missed his heart, but it's a fatal wound. I put a little bit of gunpowder in the bullets. So right now, the beast's insides must be... What?
Maou!
Listen up, Maou! How is he still standing?
悪とは未だ人のうちに残っている動物的な性質にこそ起源がある。
Evil owes its very existence to the vestigial remnants of mankind's bestial nature. Evil owes its value to the hard word. Oh, okay, yeah. His knees didn't even falter, and his face is filled with violent excitement. His bloodshot eyes seem capable of leaping from their sockets at any second. Take an aim to the head, come on!
復讐に救いを求め、救いに悪をなさんとする貴様は、遠からず己が悪行の脆さを知るだろう。
someone who seeks salvation through revenge. Someone such as yourself who attempts to save his pathetic existence through misdeeds will soon realize the fragility of his own evil. It was like the standing death of Benkei. My body shrank back at the final war of a beast on the verge of death.
笑おう盛大に
Join me in laughter! The very next moment, Arthur Gonzo's mouth vomited a veritable bloodstorm. He was smiling. Arthur Gonzo spent his final moments bellowing in laughter, spewing from his lungs a sea of blood. Despite seeming to drown in it, he continues laughing. The rifle shakes, pounding against my ear. No, it's my arm shaking. For some reason I was trapped in a nightmare that the beast 200 yards away was devouring my intestines. Calm down. I killed him. Arthur Gonzo's dead. There's no doubt about that. White, there's nothing to panic about. His last screams were nothing but the howling of a dying dog. Laughter? Humbug! That was nothing more than the convulsion of a hyena who failed to kill his prey. No matter how cool I try to play, my violently beating heart betrays my desire to flee. Did he just demonstrate the difference between us as animals? When I looked into the scope again, I was overcome with fear. There's no one there! The wolves, now without an alpha male, had dispersed without a hint of disturbance. They merely rushed to the nearest cover and redirected their attention. The only thing in view was Gonzo's body lying on the ground. This is bad. I missed my chance to take out the rest of my targets. I underestimated them. I thought Japan's Yakuza were a bunch of dunces, more bark than bite. Without uttering a word about the boss death, they came straight for me. An army that keeps moving even after losing its commander, eh? If they are truly this competent, then it's highly probable that one of them noted the flash from my rifle. In other words, I should assume they know where I am. I quickly pack away the rifle and prepare to withdraw. I dash down the emergency staircase of the one-down building. I'm careful to move as quietly as I can, without sacrificing speed. I leave the building and the harbor, then hide in the shadows of a warehouse. I manage to escape by a hair's breadth. The men infiltrate the encrypted building I had just been at in groups of two, covering each other's blind spots. Their cooperation was reminiscent of the Special Forces buddy system. In all the battlefields I've been in, I've never felt so alive. It was a narrow victory. No, in all honesty, I have no idea how I was able to take down Gonzo. Why did he leave the safety of the car and put himself in danger? Yeah, that actually doesn't make sense. I can't figure it out. Nevertheless, it seems the devil has smiled upon me today. I tasted my revenge against the beast that drove my mother to the grave. I should be content with this. Farewell, Arthur Gonzo. Now Yusami. You are next. When I went to return the rifle in its instrument case, I noticed something upsetting. There were footsteps attempting to match mine from a stretched corner behind me. I'm being followed? Is it the Sonoyama group? They are sure fast to react. To verify that I'm being followed, I keep turning corners until I return to my starting point. Was it my imagination? There was no sign of a tailor. In any case, Sonoyama men wouldn't bother to tail me. They'd just strike the moment they spotted me. They might be keeping an eye on me as they gather reinforcements for a surer victory. I should leave this place. I head straight for the Eastern District. The night isn't over yet. In fact, it's barely past 12. Oh, I'm getting so hungry. Oh. Alright then. I think I end this episode right here. I hope you enjoyed it so far, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Stay tuned.